Hello everybody, and welcome to another Nephilim Builds. Today we're going to ride on as Takeshi Hongo, the first Kamen Rider. As always, keep in mind that these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. Also keep in mind that the Tome of Metal is available on my Patreon. With that said, let's start with ability scores. Using the standard point array, we'll put the 15 to Strength. He's got the standard issue Super Sentai Strength. Next is the 14 Constitution. He can apparently tank a nuke. After that is the 13 Intelligence and the 12 in Charisma. He's a genius and an inspiring leader. We'll put the 10 Wisdom for some Perception and dump Dexterity. We can fix the Acrobatics. For race, we're going to go with Variant Human, putting our +1s into Strength and Charisma. We'll take the dual wielder feat, choose Perception, and speak Common and Deep Speech. It's basically the alien language. We'll make a custom background, picking Athletics and Acrobatics, and taking Proficiency with Alchemist Supplies and the Herbalism Kit. Takeshi was a biochemistry student, so this feels fitting. Moving on to class, we're going to start off as an Artificer. We'll get Intelligence and Constitution saving throws and pick Arcana and Investigation for skills. We'll also be proficient with light and medium armor, shields, and simple weapons, as well as Thieves' Tools, Tinker's Tools, and Painter's Supplies. You know, for giggles. At level 1, we'll get Magical Tinkering and 2 cantrips. We'll take Booming Blade for a stronger punch and Mending to do repairs. We'll also prepare either 1 or 2 spells. It's supposed to be your int mod plus half your Artificer level rounded down, but do you round 1/2 down to 0 or just leave it at 1? We'll get the other one at level 2 anyway. We'll take Expeditious Retreat for speed and Jump to jump good. At level 2 we'll get our infusions, picking Enhanced Weapon and the Bag of Holding. Hide your armor in there until you need it.
But Nephilim, what about enhanced defense for the armor?
That's kinda complicated. I'll explain it in a bit. At level 3 we'll get Right Tool for the job and our Artificer Specialist. We'll take Armor for heavy armor, Smith's Tools, and our Arcane Armor. We'll pretty much exclusively use the Guardian model. We'll also get Magic Missile and Thunder Wave. I've never watched Kamen Rider, so I don't know if any of them get laser pistols like the Power Rangers do. But if so, that's Magic Missile. Thunder Wave is just a really strong punch. Now to explain mechanics. This was brought up to me by a viewer a while back, and I had to do some research to see if it actually works rules as written, but everything seems to check out. Basically, for the purposes of infusions, the Guardian's Thunder Gauntlets together count as your armor's one special weapon. This means you can only use one infusion to apply to both of them. However, the mechanical text says that each gauntlet counts as a weapon when not holding anything in it. This means that for the purposes of combat, each gauntlet counts as its own individual weapon. So with the dual wielder feat, we can use them for 2-weapon fighting. This is also where we're going to stop with Artificer, so now to explain the infusion problem. Turns out I've been making armors wrong. Apparently you're not supposed to be able to infuse your arcane armor and its special weapon before level 9. Basically, the level 9 feature allows the various parts, the chest, weapon, helmet, and boots, to count as separate items for infusions. The implication being that before level 9, these all count as one single item. Side note, but still important, because your arcane armor expands to cover your entire body, it provides its own boots and helmet, so you can't just have a separate set on the side. Now there is some debate on if you can infuse your armor special weapon at all before level 9, but the general consensus is that you can infuse either the armor or the weapon, but not both. And that is why I did not take Enhanced Defense. Don't worry, I can make up for it. We're now going to multiclass the Fighter, getting Martial Weapons. At level 1 we'll get Second Wind and our fighting style, picking 2-weapon fighting. Next we're going to multiclass the Paladin, the Kamen Riders are Warriors of Justice. At level 1 we'll get Divine Sense and Lay on Hands, and level 2 we'll get Divine Smite and our fighting style, picking Defense. We'll also get 2 spells, picking Shield of Faith and Protection from Evil and Good. I'm pretty sure most aberrations are just aliens. At level 3 we'll get Divine Health and our Sacred Oath, taking the Oath of the Watchers. I think this fits someone who fights aliens pretty well. We'll get Channel Divinity, Watcher's Will, and Abjure the Extra Planner. We'll also get Alarm and Detect Magic. At level 4 we'll take the Athlete feat, bumping Dexterity. We're going to ignore the spell this level because we'll just swap it at next level. Speaking of, at level 5 we'll get Extra Attack, as well as Moonbeam and Sea Invisibility. Just ignore those. What we're really here for is Find Seed for our motorcycle. Now, imagine this. Like I said, I've never seen the series, but Takeshi needed wind to activate his transformations, right? And he typically got that wind early on by riding his bike. So, keep your armor either on your seat or in your bag of holding, and use your action to instantly don it while riding into battle. How's that for some flavor? Back to Fighter, at level 2 we'll get Action Surge, and level 3 we'll get our Martial Archetype. We're going to go with Battle Master, taking Calligrapher Supplies. We'll also get our Superiority dice and maneuvers, picking Pushing Attack, Trip Attack, and Grappling Strike. He's got like 3 different throws. Use Grappling Strike to grab and Pushing Attack to throw. At levels 4 and 6 we'll raise our Strength, capping it. At level 7 we'll get Know Your Enemy, another Superiority die, and 2 maneuvers, taking Parry and Riposte. At level 8 we'll take the Resilient feat for Dexterity, no more negative dex. At level 9 we'll get Indomitable, and at level 10 we'll get D10 Superiority dice and 2 more maneuvers. We'll take Commander's Presence and Tactical Assessment for more of that Genius Leader stuff. At level 11 we'll get another extra attack for 4 total attacks, and at level 12 we'll take the Tough feat. Now that we're level 20, we finally have our modifiers. For inventory we'll take a set of full plate armor. His leader suits pretty much cover everything. We also take a holy symbol and call it the Typhoon Belt. Our AC with defense and dual wielder is 20, our movement speed is 30, and our average HP is 200 with 3d8 and 17d10 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Now what can this build do? To start, we're a solid melee fighter with 4 attacks, capped attack modifiers, and a damage type that is rarely resisted. We can also add booming blade, smites, and superiority dice for even more damage. We also have good AC that we can bolster with either Shield of Faith or Protection from Evil and Good. Add a couple healing options and we got some real staying power. Also, it doesn't really come up except for flavor reasons, but we do have a mount. At most it's another combatant if Takeshi attacks with his bike somehow, and at the least it gives us mobility. Our biggest weakness is the lack of any ranged options unless you want to potentially break character. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next week when I make Nightmare from Soul Calibur.